All right, Adam, what can you tell us about the way the Cowboys are approaching this Dak situation this week?
Dan, that answer right there from head coach Mike McCarthy tells you all you need to know. While they're optimistic and encouraged with how Dak is feeling and how he's progressed during the bye week with all the treatment and rest that he had, they still think he needs to cross a certain threshold, and they haven't made the decision just yet that he's able to go, and they want to see how he holds up today and tomorrow leading into Sunday night's game. They don't want him to have a setback that would derail him from playing multiple weeks as opposed to perhaps missing 1 week. And so, again, I think they believe he's on track. Those who watched him at practice yesterday felt like they were watching Dak Prescott. You couldn't tell any difference. He was out there being Dak, making those types of plays. But that doesn't mean that they're not going to be smart, careful, and cautious about it, engage him and judge him as the week goes on, which is exactly the plan right now. To go back to what Mike McCarthy said, he has to cross a certain threshold before they sign off on him starting Sunday night at Minnesota.
Dak, of course, has maintained all along that he'll be okay, but to Adam's point and Mike McCarthy's point, they have to get through the week first. Bart Scott, how would you handle this situation?
I'm not doing it, right? I just looked at a similar injury with C.J. Mosley, and I know the Jets and the Cowboys have different aspirations where their seasons are going, but you have to err on the side of caution because Dak Prescott is just that important. You can't have a setback. You can't have something that leads to the compensation. He's already dealing with the ankle injury from the surgery. You know, you built this team a certain way. You have to try and win and muddy the waters up. And it's a good test, I feel, early in the season to see if they can win without Dak, to see if other people can step up and raise their game. He's too vital, too important to where you want to go, which is eventually a Super Bowl. They're finally living up to expectations. You do not want to derail the momentum that you have so much, to see if this young defense can continue to be opportunistic and turn the ball over.
Lewis, what are the conversations like in a situation like this with the coaching staff, with the front office?
Yeah, this is really, it's not really up to them, Dan. I mean, this is about really the conversation that you're having with the with the training staff and with the medical staff. And this is why when you're talking about allocating resources inside of an NFL building, you spare no expense when you're talking about the medical department and you're talking about the training and rehabilitation staff, because this is totally up to them and on them. This isn't up to Dak. This isn't up to Mike McCarthy. Heck, this isn't even up to Jerry. I mean, you could say it's up to Jerry Jones. He writes the checks. But I guess this is where you really have to trust your athletic department, your training department, your medical staff, and say, hey, look, what is the risk versus the reward here? Do we risk this becoming a week-to-week thing? Do we risk this becoming something that isn't even what the original injury was? Is he going to wind up putting at risk some other part of his body in his lower extremities because he's coming back too soon? And if they say, yeah, you don't play him. It doesn't matter what the stakes are. If they say he's good to go, then you trust him. And that's just the way it works. I mean, look, you kind of stay in your lane. You trust the people who are professionals and who are experts in their chosen field, and you roll with it. And that's the way you have to approach it that way, because if people start kind of getting in it that really don't know what they're talking about, and all of a sudden they start muddying up that decision-making process, that's where, in my experience, you get in trouble, and you wind up either losing players for a long time and or sitting players that were otherwise ready to go.
Damian, we talk about the stakes as it pertains to the standings. They have a 3.5 game lead in the division. Does that give them a little leeway here on this decision?
Absolutely, it does. And I mean, listen, my answer to this before was, the Cowboys are possibly playing for a bye. Just thinking, bigger picture, macro picture. But listen, at the end of the day, and I've had this, Bart, many guys have had this. A lot of times with players, we think we can play through certain things, and then little things turn into big things. I had a calf, played through it. What happened? I tore my Achilles. Like, these type of things happen all the time in pro football. And when you look at Dak Prescott and what he means to the Dallas Cowboys on offense and the things that he does on offense, moving outside the pocket, you go out there and you mess this thing up even worse. Now you're talking about having a guy missing weeks instead of maybe just taking 1 week off and getting that much better. So if I'm the Dallas Cowboys, I'm moving very cautiously as it relates to my quarterback.
Thank you for watching ESPN on YouTube. For live streaming sports and premium content, subscribe to ESPN+.